Hello and welcome everyone. Singularity here. We're going to be continuing the stream of the Starcraft campaign. So last time, the Overmind was destroyed. But surely it can't just end there. Most of the Zerg is still left untouched. The Queen of Blades remains on Char. So what comes next? With that, begin the expansion. Starcraft. There, we start out with the Protoss campaign, instead of starting out with the Terrans that we did last time. Last we heard, Tassadar threw himself into the Overmind, giving himself the necessary heroic sacrifice. So now, the Protoss are left with, well, not a whole lot. So let's move on to it. The nefarious Zerg Overmind has been destroyed, and the Protoss homeworld of Ire now lies in smoking ruin. As the executor of the remaining Protoss forces, you must now attempt to reunite your beleaguered people and save them from the ravenous Zerg who still roam mindlessly across the blackened fields of Ire. Escape from Ire.
Greetings, Executor. Though we all grieve for the loss of mighty Tassadar, we must find the resolve to carry on. He sacrificed himself to destroy the Overmind, but many Zerg still rage across our ruined homeworld. Without the Conclave to lead us, or the protection of our great fleets, it seems we must fend for ourselves.
Aldaris is correct, Executor. As we have both seen, the Zerg will not halt their rampage until every last one of us is dead. I suggest that we retreat to our last functional warp gate and travel to where the Zerg cannot follow us.
With all due respect, Zeratul, the Protoss do not run from their enemies. Ire is our homeworld. It is here that we shall make our stand.
Just as your Conclave did. They are dead now, Aldaris. Dead because they allowed their pride to blind their reason. Only if we learn from their mistakes can we live to avenge them. Now, Executor, I know of a place where we can find solace. It is Shakuras, the secret homeworld of my people, the Dark Templar.
Your people? We would be seen as tyrants to them. Why would they shelter us?
Have I not pledged myself to your cause? Not all beings are as unforgiving as your lamented Conclave, Aldaris.
You are right, of course. Executor, Zeratul shall find us passage to the warp gate. After the gate has been secured, Phoenix and the new Praetor Artanis shall lead our surviving brethren to Shakuras.
Executor, I am Artanis. Though I have only recently been appointed Praetor, you can trust that I will uphold the honor and traditions of the Templar.
We shall see.
Hey boys, mind if we tag along? I figure heading anywhere has got to be better than staying here with the Zerg.
Commander Raynor, as ever, your assistance is appreciated. We would be honored if you joined us.
Okay, so bring Zeratul to the warp gate, and Zeratul must survive. And looks like we're in some good company if Jimmy's coming along too. So let's head right to it. So we have a small force and no base.
It will be done.
So the only one who has to escape is Zeratul.
So be it. It will be destroy these Nidus canals, so as to stem the flow of Zerg reinforcements through them.
Okay, so we've got lots of Zerg. Alright, moving right along.
You address me. Entaro Adun. So be it.
Alright, apparently we're having... Apparently the volume is a little on the loud side compared to... Well... Let's try to get this down just a smidgen. Alright, that should be enough.
It will be done.
So we're not going to be doing much in the way of saving the remaining bases here. As long as we can get out of here. Alright, we're already losing some guys, but only so much micromanagement that I can do here with my limited APM. My actions can wait.
So be it. Entaro Adun.
There is no time to waste. We must join our brethren in battle.
Okay, we've got lots of Zerg. Lots and lots and lots of Zerg. And this fight is not going great. Let's cut off the reinforcements. There we go. Reinforcements are cut off. That kind of didn't go that great.
I do this
Now we have
for
more
Iron.
reinforcements
It
here.
will be done. So be it.
Anyone that doesn't get saved is probably going to be
Entaro Adun.
considered killed in action. So we kind of want to save them. Be nice, I guess. Something.
Make use of me. Transmit.
Your orders, Templar. Entaro Adun.
Alright.
I do this for Iron.
Don't like that Zerg was taking that many hits, but...
I do this for Iron.
Oh no! Okay. That could have gone particularly badly.
Entaro Adun.
Keep going forward. I don't know where forward will be, but don't have much in the way of visibility, really.
So be it. Entaro Adun. So be it.
Okay,
I do this for Iron.
let's go through this canyon. Does this canyon give us good luck? No pylon. Oh no! Okay.
It is good to see more of our brethren on the battlefield.
But Zeratul, they're all dying.
Your orders, Templar. I do this for Iron.
These characters in their deceptive... They got the units in their deceptive impact boxes or whatever. The size of the sprites is misleading.
Zeratul. This is all that remains of our forces in this province.
location of the warp gate, but there is a sizable Zerg force blocking the way. The merging is complete.
Well, we'll see if I'll regret doing that because I just can't. I'm not gonna have that kind of control. So let's move on forward. All right. Alright, we'll cut off the reinforcements. Also, zealots are loud. Really loud.
It will be done. Instruct your orders, Templar. Entaro Adum. I do this for Iron. Entaro Adum.
Why do I have a bad feeling about this? Ah, safety's gone.
I do this for
No, okay, there is actually a... Let's get the ranged guys first. The Archons take the worst of it. We only need... We ultimately only need... And I turned down the game sound. I can turn it down that much. And that's actually as low as it can reasonably. Let's try to turn it down here. Alright. Just a little more, or is that too much? By the way, if you use the Twitch chat room, I actually would have an easier time spotting your message faster. But this should actually help a bit with the sound. Alright. So, I'll do the critter curse and kill the critter. See if that'll result in me failing the mission. Alright, everybody's getting out. Let's get Zergul out of here. Everybody out!
Worry about getting your people to engage. Phoenix and I will hang back and protect our flank.
When suddenly Zerg. Okay, so Phoenix and Raynor are going to hang back and fight the Zerg while everybody else escapes. Good guy, Raynor. And now the dunes of Shakuras, as we made it to the other side of the warp gate.
Entaro Tassadar, Executor. The survivors from Ire have made it safely through the gate. Yet, amidst the chaos of our retreat, we lost contact with Phoenix and Raynor. I fear that they may have been overrun by the Zerg.
Fear not, Artemis. Phoenix is as stalwart a warrior as I have ever known, and the Terran Radon has proven himself to be highly resourceful and wise. I for one believe that they made it here safely. But while we wait for word from them, we must reconnoiter the surrounding area and find a suitable location for a more permanent settlement. Once we're situated, we can begin the search for the Dark Templar.
Alright, we establish a base and find the Dark Templar. At the very least, well, it looks like our forces made it through, even if hopefully Raynor and Phoenix are okay back there. So we apparently not a lot made it through, not even everything that we brought to the gate earlier. Somehow.
on Ire.
Well, that's not good. So, I guess, with that, what happened to Raider? What happened to Phoenix? If they got control of the warp gate there. Guess we'll only find out at a later time in the campaign. Do I spend the last minerals on a pylon? Wish we could get a timer on that Nexus, but it looks like it's going to be a while. It's moments like these that make you really appreciate how long it takes to build one of the central base buildings. But in any case, with that, Ire is basically considered lost. And now it looks like Shakuras wasn't quite spared. And so now we move on, try to see what we can do. Here we go. Uh-oh. Hey, Dark Templar helping out. Which is good, because I don't think we would have survived this attack without them.
Glad I am to see that you've returned home after these many decades. But the strange gas that followed you here seemed ill-tempered. Well met, brother. Indeed, these creatures, known as the Zerg, have no regard for the sanctity of life. Once we have secured this area, I shall tell you everything I know about them in council. I'm sure the matriarch will be eager to hear your tale as well.
Executor, we have received a transmission from Rainer and Phoenix. They are still alive and are fighting to retake the warp gate on Ire. We must secure the gate on this side without delay.
Alright. You know, considering that the Zerg knew so much about the Protoss and that they're allegedly created by the same being, the Protoss here seem to know very little about the Zerg. Fun little thing about that. Ah well. So it looks like Phoenix and Rainer are alive, at least. First bit of good news today. And well, we're gonna need to clear out a Zerg base in order to help clear out the warp gate. So let's do the usual thing, set up our base over here. And although it's the expansion, so you are expected to have played the original game first, they're still gonna have you kind of start from not really. Oh well, maybe they won't have you start from nothing. All right, I didn't say anything. I don't know why you said I was saying anything, but hey, here we are. All right. So. See how fast we can get this base all set up. We need at least enough probes to be able to fund our military expeditions. So we are now, as of this mission, able to build Dark Templar. These are particularly powerful units, but they're very fragile. They're very flimsy in terms of their stats. 40 health and 80 shields. Uh-oh. Means they go down real fast, but they're invisible, and they hurt. They hurt a lot. So we can use their invisibility to scout around a little bit while we're still building up a base. But it also means that detectors will still be able to see through that invisibility. Where are you going? So let's see how much availability we have without detectors. So our objective was to destroy the Zerg base. Where's the Zerg base? Okay, we got detectors here, so let's get out of there. It's something to tank for them, so we'll get the Zealots for that. So we've got one sunken colony down there. Could always just let a healthy one take the hits, and then have the rest of them come in and attack with that. Let's do that. What could go wrong? And that gives us a new base location once we cleared that out. We can't build on the Zerg creep, though. The purple gooey stuff. So we'll have to wait till that recedes. In the meantime, though, we can at least protect this little area from any further incursion. Of course, I need to build more pylons. That's the meme, isn't it? Alright. Where are they going? Okay. We have resources. Let's put them to good use. Whoa, I'm out of there. Spotted that in time. Alright, maybe building up the technology over here would be a good idea. So if we're being the Zealots here, it's going to make these Hydroids unburrow. Meanwhile, the Dark Templar can take them down. Easy peasy. Alright. I don't know how many flyers we're actually going to face in this mission. Hopefully not too many. We don't exactly have access to the Golden Armada. That would be the Protoss fleet. We'll have access to big, scary starships. Alright, so let's get the Sellout speed, and let's actually just start moving.
There's no sign of Phoenix or Raynor.
Alright. We're making progress here. We haven't lost any Dark Templar, and we're still wrecking what's around here. So maybe a few Dragoons to deal with the Overlords flying around might be a good idea. But I don't think we're going to do too much more beyond that. We'll get their range upgrade just because. Meanwhile, let's keep looking forward.
Very well. Studio. I'm waiting. Upgrade complete.
Oh, we got more. No. These guys up here. These guys up here. Potential base location for later. Alright. We've got Zealot movement speed. We've got second base. And it's mining. So it's progress. Right? Right? It's progress. I don't know how... I don't know what we've got down here just now. So let's see how prepared they are for the eventual attack. Not that prepared, apparently. Which is about the best news we could have gotten. But it does look like they're gradually building up their detection. So maybe it'd be a good idea to add in a Templar Archives over here. And then we'll be able to build more Dark Templar. That's always good. Oh, we should probably build more pylons too. Maybe something like this. The pylons ironically end up protecting the cannon. Whoa! A lot of stuff here. Okay, we definitely need more zealots. It might not be a terrible idea to put more gateways down in this area. This way, we can bolster our forces faster. Alright. Once those two zealots rejoin with the rest of the group, we can then start moving forward. Okay, Templar Archives is there. We can actually start putting in Dark Templar if we want. But they're expensive. They're flimsy and they're really, really expensive. Oh no! Two of them just went down in very rapid succession. He's going there. Alright. Get that sunken colony and then let the dragoons start attacking. Alright. Keep building up those forces. Yes, it's mostly zealots. That's fine. For now. Let's see if we can go around, see if there's any spots with no detection. Okay. If we go in with the other forces first, the Dark Templar can more safely attack. Hypothetically. So we're just trying to destroy the base, right? Making progress. And we have enough resources to fuel this kind of attack. If we take down their tech structures, they can't build any more of those units. For example, you take down the spire, they can't build more noodles. Of course, you just take down the main building and they can't make any units, so I guess that works too. Let's get everybody down here. Take down the main building. And just keep on plowing through.
Executor,
Oh.
my crew and I will remain here on Ire and shut the gate down on this side. It's the only way to make sure that the Zerg won't send more reinforcements to Shakuras.
You will be hopelessly outnumbered. And once the gate is shut down, there will be no one to save you should you be overrun.
Yeah, well, I'm a man of action. What can I say?
I shall remain with Raider as well, Executor. My duty is to Ire after all.
Farewell then, brave warriors. We will send through all the troops we can spare.
Thanks. You kids just remember to play nice from now on, okay? Wish us luck.
So, Raynor and Phoenix staying behind to cut off all further Zerg from Shakuras. Very, apparently the heroic sacrifice thing is spreading. The legacy of the Zelnaga.
I am Rashada, matriarch of the Dark Temple, and I welcome you and your companions to our world. Zeratul has informed me of the fall of Iron. I am deeply grateful. I am one of the few Dark Templar old enough to remember our ancestral oath of clarity. Yet no matter how tragic the circumstances, it is clear that fortune has reunited our people. We Dark Templar will never forget our banishment from Iron, nor the Conclave's sins against us. But you and your companions are no longer of the Conclave. The example set by your fallen hero, Tassadar, has shown you that when the light and dark sides of our energies are united, our power is undeniable.
But Matriarch, the Zerg who have followed us here are unlike any enemy the Protoss have ever known.
You speak the truth, Indicator. And yet, there lies a dormant power here that can help us to scour the Zerg from Shakuras forever. Long ago, we Dark Templar were a nomadic people. But when we found a remarkable monument upon this world, we decided to remain here to study it. We discovered that the enormous structure is actually an ancient Zelnaga temple, dedicated to the race that sired us all. The temple is situated above a nexus of powerful cosmic energies. If we were to access those energies,
Then we should strike now while the Zerg still muster their forces.
alas, we cannot. In order to properly channel the energies of the temple, we will need the twin crystals, Urash and Palace, and legends say were separated many ages ago. The Urash is laced with pure Templar energies, while the Palace is comprised of dark Templar energy. Only by using these two crystals in unison can we hope to channel the potent energies of the temple.
Then it is clear that we must retrieve these crystals, wherever they may be.
Agreed. But first, we must deal with the Zerg and their two cerebrates who have already taken up station around the temple itself. To arms, my children. Scour the temple grounds of this foul infestation.
So the Zerg Cerebrits have already taken root on Shakuras. That didn't take long. Incidentally, pure Templar energy, dark Templar energy, At a later point, they're going to rename those to psionic and void energies, but that's for another day. So for now, we destroy the Zerg Cerebrats.
Remember, young Templar, Cerebrats can be killed only by Dark Templar weapons and energies. My brother will make short work of any Cerebrat. Now, school you. Very well.
Alright then. We have been warned.
Yes, Executor. Our sensors show that the two Cerebrats are surrounded by spore colonies. We will deploy our Corsairs to compensate for their defenses. Join us.
Corsairs. Have a nifty little ability called the Disruption Web. Basically, anything in a Disruption Web cannot attack. It is definitely a neat ability. Doesn't require too much micromanagement, so should be manageable even for someone like me. And if it's manageable for someone like me, then just about anybody watching this stream can probably manage it if you give it a shot. Alright, so we need to get that base up and running. We don't have as many resources down here as we do up at the top. So we'll try to get this area defended, but then we're going to try to take that top location. Now, if I recall correctly, which I may not, the majority of the attacks come from right around where the bridge is. So that'll be a focal point for the defenses. Also, Corsairs do have an attack, rather than just that nifty little ability. But that attack is specifically anti-air only. It attacks at a high speed and splashes on enemies nearby. Centered around the bridge. You can use the Corsairs technically to chase away overlords. It's a spore colony, because we don't want to go there. Okay. Oh no! No! Nope, see? I wasn't quite right about that. But that's okay. Now, let's get our second base established over here. Build pylons and cannons in a few locations. Although, to build cannons, there's one very important requirement we haven't fulfilled yet, which is the prerequisite building, the forge. So on we go. Where? Yeah. The long building. The long building nexus. It's single player, let's no cannons. Okay, we're not just gonna sit there waiting. We'll get the ground with weapons going. Try our best to keep our eyes on for any orange coming along the side of the mini-map. This way we intercept whatever forces are there. before they cause too much damage. Or purple, apparently. Purple's bad too. You don't like purple. No, leave my probes alone. Now stop fighting back. Save the probes. So that could have gone particularly badly for that poor little probe. Let's face it, the probes stand no chance in combat. So we don't want them taking the front. Build some cannons all along the side here. This way, we get them before they land, ideally. Since I don't have the attention to be able to just keep the queue going, to keep the construction going without queuing them, we're just going to queue them up. No. So that gets some of the cost back. Alright, so we lost the pylon. That's unfortunate. Maybe we can snipe that overlord. Alright, he's not coming back. They're just going to build another overlord. We'll call it the lightest bit of progress. Alright, we're starting to get our defenses up and running. And how shall we do this? Let's set up a fun little thing. We're going to put gateway there, pylon next to it. We're actually going to build the cannon in between these two gateways to mess with the AI a little bit. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm kind of counting on it working. Okay, hopefully that'll be enough probes for the time being. Enough cannons for the time being. Have to come to this area and put some more. Whoop. Where are my Corsairs anyway? I know I had Corsairs. There we go. Get them to participate a little bit. Get that little probelet back to mine. And we have ground on which we cannot build. It's always the best. It makes it a little harder to defend that area, but we'll see what we can do. It occurs to me. The Zerg are on an island. This means we're going to need to cross the river. So, as soon as this goes down, we're going to come bring this probe over here. We're going to stop chasing the Zerg left and right here, ideally. Oops, nope, we're not going to stop chasing them because they're going to eat our forces otherwise. But we are going to have to build
My life for hire.
robotics facility so that we can make shuttles to carry our forces across the river. I guess we could just make stargates and make a ton of air units, but what's the fun in that anyway? There, pull a few more cannons over here because we've identified a weak point in our defense. We are going to need more Dark Templar at some point. So interestingly, apparently if you hit the Overlord before it actually reaches the ground, they just turn around. So the Corsairs can actually be really useful for that. Okay. As long as they don't fly into spore colonies or hydralisks, because that could go badly. Or you could just have the cannons shoot from across the river. I was kind of hoping for that over here because you have a very narrow point of the river. Let's not get too close either. Although getting across there and taking down all those hydralisks is going to be a bit of a challenge. Reaver might be nice right about now. Okay, messing around with the hotkeys. But one thing that would be really nice is to actually see where we're going. So let's get that going too. We have an upgrade that just finished. Okay, I think there's Dragoon range over here. Yay! To expedite this a little bit, we're going to build a second robotics facility. Because we're going to need a good handful of shuttles, and we're holding off a single facility. They're just coming, so let's do something about these. There we go. At least that was something. So we've got a spore colony here, 2 over here, 1 further down here. Let's get an observer out first, and we can go back to building shuttles after that. And this way we actually know what we're up against. Okay. Now, we've got more down here. Potential location down here where there's... Nope, don't lose the observer. Well, this looks like a good spot. Nope, that's not a good spot. That's a lot of them. Once you get a little bit deeper. It looked like a good spot at a glance. It was a trap.
Upgrade complete.
Okay. So actually, this actually ends up looking like the best spot of them all. Because aside from this one over here, we don't... Once we take that down, we actually don't have anything else in range. So that's something we can work with. We get a Reaver, a few Dark Templar, and we basically end up with a beachhead. So what I'm going to do is send a few of the probes here to... Or I'm going to send one of the probes here to thicken the defenses. And really make sure that nothing can land here. Okay. No, not a moment too soon, apparently. Maybe a smidgen too late. Depends how well that goes. I think it's going okay. Yeah. Is there another Reaver building? Right the moment I say that. So, what we are going to do... I'm going to send the Dragoons first, because they can shoot out. Along with the Reavers, because they... Well, they hurt. They just really hurt a lot. Now, there's a weak point in the defenses, but... Should be okay. No, we're not going to be okay. Okay, these four are going to stay down here. So, we block this one in, land the forces here, and run.
May I be of service?
Okay. Can we do this fast enough?
I stand ready. Oh, at last.
That we don't end up losing everything. Well, at least we got the Dragoons down. Looks like the Reavers didn't actually come out. So if we can just clear this little area, we can at least get the Reavers down. Where are you going? Don't go the long way around. That's a bad idea. Bad. There we go. The Reavers are down. Well, they're on the ground. They're not really down. So really what we're looking for are Cerebrits. We don't have to kill everything down here. You know, it would certainly make things easier. Hit the second one. There we go. So now we've got a bit of a beachhead established. We can bring some more forces.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Because we're definitely going to need more things that shoot up. And you're not supposed to go anywhere. Okay, we have an observer. Let's make use of it. Okay. Can we start? Whoa, no, no, oh, no, no, no. Those are up. Those are in the up. We don't like things that are in the up.
Warriors have engaged the enemy.
Okay. We can get rid of this. That'd be nice. Okay. Because normal speed Reavers are not slow enough, we need slow Reavers. Come on. Come on out. Okay, let's take this down. They're rebuilding their base, which is a bit of a problem. So there's the first Cerebrate. So we can at least move these guys around here.
So be it. For iron,
And then we can attack it from there, from this direction here.
be it.
I don't like that there's an Ultralisk cavern. So let's take that down before, well, before Ultralisks show up, really. There we go. Now they can't build units.
Protoss commencing. For vengeance, commencing. Instructions.
There we go. Okay. So we're taking down the main base structure. We do prevent them from building any more units. Ooh, this would be the Zelnaga Temple. No! We're gonna lose the Reavers. Don't lose the Reavers. Still. That's one of the Cerebrates right there. So we know that only the Dark Templar can take down the Reavers. And the Dark Templar, can take down the Cerebrates. We don't want to take down the Reavers. But it doesn't mean the Dragoons can't damage a little bit. Still, we have other plans for them. Let's try not to lose all of our Dragoons here. Lost enough as it is. There we go. Nope, nope, no, there we don't go. Alright, let's get these guys out of here. We have more Dragoons here, so let's bring some of them over. Okay. Taken us so long, we've actually mined out our base location. But we're taking our time, we're not losing everything in one fell swoop like I've been known to do. So let's start taking down some of these. Orange is not going to do very much right now. Purple is the one we're more worried about right now. And I noticed that purple is deeply behind their defenses. So let's bring those Reavers in and get rid of the defenses. Problem solved, right? If you get rid of the purple buildings, problem solved. Why are they able to attack them? Well, at least we got rid of everything else. This is acting as a wall. Let's get this out of the way too. And where are our Dark Templar to go take down the Cerberus? And there we go. Should about do it.
Well done, mighty Protoss. I'm glad to see that you're all as violent as ever.
Kerrigan, what mockery is this?
Relax, warriors. Despite what you may think, I haven't come here to fight you.
This is laughable. Do you truly expect us to believe that your intentions here are honorable? That these Zerg here are not under your sway?
Look, the Cerberus you've killed were my enemies as well. If you let me explain, I'm sure you'll understand that
You are the enemy of all who live, Kerrigan. What makes you think we would have anything to do with you?
because, Zeratul, I bring news of an event that threatens us all. If you'd be so good as to escort me back to your citadel, I'll tell you everything I know. Very well, Carrion. We shall hear what you have to say. But be warned, we will not suffer more treachery here.
Okay. So with that, Kerrigan has entered the fray. Only she seems to be apparently on our side. I suppose we'll see soon enough, won't we? The quest for Uraj on planet Braxis.
Now then, Kerrigan, perhaps you had best explain yourself. What is this news you've come to give? There is a new overmind growing uncharted.
Impossible. Why should we believe anything you have to say?
Because, Zeratul, I'm no longer the mindless murderess who you fought on Char. The overmind is dead. Whatever warped control it once had over me is gone. I know that this is a lot to take in all at once, but you've got to believe me. There's more at stake
She
here.
lies. She is infested to the core. I, for one, will not listen to any of this.
Silence, Judicator. Continue, Kerrigan. Apparently, many of the renegade Cerebrats, commanded by Dagoth, have merged into a new overmind. Fortunately, the creature is still in its infant stages. We can't control the swarm yet.
but Dagoth and the others still have control over most of the broods. The 2 Cerberus you killed here were part of Dagoth's forces. Look, I don't need to tell you all what might happen if that thing reaches maturity. I can guarantee you that should it awaken, it'll take full control of me, just like it did before. I don't want that to happen, and I'm pretty sure you don't want it to happen either.
Even if what you say is true, our priority is to save this world, not assault the new Overmind. We must find the crystals Urash and Kalis before we are all vanquished.
Then I'll help you with your search. If you can defeat the renegade Zerg gathered here, it'll weaken the efforts of Dagoth and his ilk.
My children, you must put aside your fears and misgivings to accomplish what must be done. For the time being, Kerrigan will assist you in your endeavors. Though she has been your enemy, it is enough that we share the same agenda now. Allow her time enough to prove herself to you, and you may find her to be a valued ally. For now, we must focus on the task at hand. Search for the Urash on the planet Braxis, and let nothing stop you from recovering it.
We will do what you ask, Matriarch. But you cannot expect us to forgive Kerrigan's crimes against our race. Executor, prepare our forces. We shall debark for the planet Braxis before the next moonrise.
I love how Aldaris rage quit the conversation before they were really done with it. In any case, interesting turn of events. Kerrigan's going to help them retrieve one of those 2 crystals they need. The Uraj. And also, new Overmind. That can't be good. Yay, Reavers. And Terrans. Reavers,
Explain something to me, Zertul. Why did your people leave such a secret crystal into the hands of these Terrans?
We didn't. Long ago, this world was a Protoss colony called Kirador. When the strife between our tribes escalated, this planet and Urash crystal were abandoned. These Terrans have come here recently.
well then. So basically they were expecting to come back to an uninhabited world when suddenly Terrans. Humans are just everywhere, aren't they? Well, thankfully it seems that Reavers are particularly effective against a group of Marines. A group of low hit points, slow-moving Marines. And I also realize you can quickly fail your mission by simply letting your Reavers do the attacking and not building a base. Because every time a Reaver attacks, you gotta build a new Scarab for 15 minerals. You've already come a little close to that already. And we can't even build enough pylons to really support the base.
We have a problem. Our warp matrix was damaged during transit. Because of the extensive damage, we will be unable to warp in stargates to this location.
So, introducing a new challenge. You can't use Stargate units. Oh well. We haven't exactly been using very many of them up till now, so I guess we'll be okay. I guess they needed to introduce a challenge some way. And we've also got Kerrigan with her full abilities. Needless to say, Kerrigan dies, you fail the mission, so we're not going to let her walk off on her own. That said, interesting that we have Kerrigan helping us at all, really. Perhaps that means she really has turned evil. Who knows? Although really, we can probably walk around with her to look around, because she can cloak, if it comes to that. She can throw down psionic storms. She can really defend herself quite nicely. But assaulting base defense is not really her strong point. Guess that's what the Reavers are for. So we're gonna have to build up the base sufficiently to be able to use those Reavers properly. Well, it seems the area is pretty well defended. Let's go. Let's get probes out of there. It's not going well. Target that one there. Single attack should be enough to get out. Well, that was kind of sudden. So we know we're going to have to pretend that we're going to have to protect that side. When you try to say protect and defend at the same time, as it turns out, it comes out pretend. Good to know.
Yes, celebrate.
Today's bit of useless trivia.
Yes, celebrate. Right.
That said, those forces had to have come from somewhere. Might be good to find out just where they came from. Across the ice somewhere, I guess. Missile turrets. Oh, siege tank. Forget that, we're not going that way. We're not going to have Kerrigan walk up to a siege tank. It's not the best idea. Anything up here? Yep, there's lots up here. Lots of ice. Alright, so... by building a couple cannons up here, they should at least keep the Marines away. Okay, so they're not going to leave us alone, so we're going to have to make sure not to leave them alone any further.
Yes, celebrate.
There we go. Build an assimilator here. Start getting some gas. Start teching up a little bit. And just move on. So maybe we can move one of these Reavers to take down those bunkers. Did I really just block the Reavers in? Yep. I really just blocked the Reavers in. Okay, well, I guess we can build a robotics facility anyway. Eventually, when that's finished. And then we can use that to build a shuttle to get the Reavers out. Yep. That's a thing. As soon as we have enough gas. And eventually we're also going to have to build some... We're also going to have to build some cannons down here in order to properly defend the location. Alright, so let's see how this goes. There we go. Whoop. That's a bit bigger. That's a Goliath.
I long for combat. Transmit.
It did not seem the most effective trade, but hey, let's get the bunkers out of the way, and at least we can attack this location. I love how they're running away. Oh, siege tanks. Alright, well, it looks like they were a little better prepared than we hoped. And we are woefully unprepared here. Alright, so let's stop, I think it's time to stop messing around here and get with the proper attack here. So we build one of these up here. And we are definitely going to need an observatory since we just saw that they do have wraiths, which can cloak. That said, with just a few cannons, we should be able to at least prevent them from entering the base. But we are going to have to watch out for those siege tanks. It's a very small base location we have here. So let's get our observer. Let's get an observer range, or vision range. Observers don't shoot, they don't have range per se. There we go. Did build this. Okay, here we go. Alright, we've got our observer. Let's actually start looking around what we got here. Somewhere there's a siege tank. Oh, very conveniently placed siege tank, I gotta say. I wonder, if I put this here, can he go from here and let the Scarab go around? No, he cannot. Scarab AI is derpy. Alright, got our vision range now, and our siege tank down here is no longer in siege mode. How convenient. Alright, so I don't know if I can say this is going well or not, but it's going.
Upgrade complete.
We got the siege tank. I was really trying to get only one of them to attack the Marine, but oh well.
Upgrade complete.
Because Reavers are effective. Alright, if I take down these barracks, they can't build any more units. Here. And if they take down my rulers, the attack ends. So maybe I should just, you know, use some slightly more disposable than these units. There we go. Start using our gateways. Looks like we have a zealot that derped out somewhere. I have no idea where he went. Oh, he never left the base. Yep, I would call that a derp. These guys up here are doing great. Basically as expected. Okay, well, at least they survived. Where are all these guys coming from? Well, if I'm gonna use Dragoons, I might as well use the, get the range upgrade. Come over here, take down the bunker over here. All right. Progress, I think. Okay, we got rid of the base. It took way more than it should have, but we got rid of the base. Which means they can no longer come from the other direction. It's already something, right? We'll put more gateways over here. And we're going to leave Kerrigan behind because we really don't want her to get herself in trouble. Namely, we don't want her to get herself killed, as she's very likely to do. Alright, what do we got left here? Let's build another Reaver to replace the one we lost. So really, the objective is not to destroy everything. The objective is to bring Kerrigan to the Uraj crystal. So, no need to wipe out every single Terran structure along the way. And the Uraj is that little thing in the corner. Granted, there's only so much we can do without taking down the Terrans, so... I suppose we'll just keep moving in the meantime. These are some very well-placed base defenses. So if we take down this bunker, should at least give us an angle of attack. We still need to do something about this other bunker. So what we can do is fly around it, drop the Reavers nearby, and use them to take down the bunker. And we'll probably make sure that I'm not about to get... Yeah, there's a tank. Let's not lose our stuff to the tank. Alright. So while the Reaver's doing some fighting over here, seems that they're keeping the rest of our forces busy. But now we've cleared out this area. Get a handful of cannons over here. Because at least that way, there's something while we're not looking. I don't know what this Goliath is doing, but... Observer first. Let's go see what's going on over here. Some bad news. We've got a river in the way. Where there's a river, there's... If there's a river, it means you have ground. You have ground that the zealot, yeah, sure, that the reaver cannot shoot over. Also gotta watch out for wraiths, because wraiths, well, they'll end the shuttle, but quick. Okay, taking down missile turrets means we can move the observer forward to take a look around. But again, we don't need to take everything down here. This is a particularly well-fortified location. One volley. It takes down the... Actually make another shuttle. We're going to shuttle Kerrigan over when we get the chance. Okay. Some semblance of progress so far. At the very least, we're taking out missile turrets, I guess. Don't want that. That's okay. If a firebat takes down a reaver, you're definitely doing something wrong. I mean, it is me, so this is definitely within the realm of possibility. Okay, let's take down the other starport. If we take down all the buildings that they build units with, I guess they won't build any more units. Maybe if we attack over there, they'll start attacking, they'll start trying to defend themselves. And then the Reavers can come over here and do their damage. Perhaps?
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
I guess it was too good to be true. Okay. Alright, maybe we can do it this way. Oh, tank. The tank was a bit of a problem. Just a You know, small problem. Very small, big problem. Alright, well, they can only assault the front. That would be less than ideal. Is there a way around back here? There is. A lot of missile turrets, but that's okay.
Transmitting, receiving.
I can't get around. But I should probably make sure there's at least one cannon here. Get them in there. We'll get this shuttle near Kerrigan, because Kerrigan needs to be in there somewhere. Whoa, not good, not good. The shuttle's being chased by a wraith. There we go, problem solved. So now, let's go down this area here. Hit the missile turrets. This way we can move the observer in and rinse repeat. Oh, siege tank. Siege tank's not good. Looks like they were building up over here. The only thing is they decided to attack in a kind of disparate manner, so they lost everything. Good news for us, I guess. Don't get too close to that. Alright, so one way through this. So take a handful of the zealots and just run in, take the tank, and get back out. Get back out. There we go. Interesting. I guess it's one way to not have to deal with the units inside the bunkers if they get out of it all by themselves.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy. I have returned.
Alright, look. If we clear a path down this way, I think we can actually start bringing Kerrigan and the shuttle down here and here. 10 save, because we don't want to lose Kerrigan out of nowhere. So we're not going to be paying that much attention to Kerrigan. Eventually we're just going to have the main force assault the base whilst Kerrigan sneaks in and takes the crystal. We're not planning on destroying the entire base. As a victory condition, where was that tank? I don't know where the tank was, but the tank hurt. I don't like tanks. Tanks a lot, sorry. Couldn't help myself. We drop a Reaver on top of the tank. Looks like we don't really have to do anything. No need to attack.
Systems here. Send in a probe to gather it up, and our work here is done.
You have done well. There's more to you than is yours. Perhaps I have misjudged you.
Given our history, I can't say I blame you. Let's just get the job done.
She's talking more and more like Raynor. What's happening here? In any case, we have retrieved the Uraj crystal. But with that, we're actually going to call it a night. With that, we are going to call it a night, and I want to thank you all for joining. If you like the stream, please feel free to subscribe, and guys, please make sure you stay safe out there. Wear your mask, wash your hands, you know, all the whole jazz. At least until this whole thing is over and we don't have to worry about it so much anymore. So with that, take good care, and I hope you have yourselves a good night. Thanks very much.